Thursday, March 14th, and it is 7 in the morning, and I have an early morning neurologist appointment, so I am heading to the city with my mom for that appointment. And we're back. Okay, so we've been back for a while, but I have just been chilling and relaxing because that was an early morning. At least to me, that's an early morning. I know to most people it's not, but I work from home, so I get to choose when I wake up, basically. And so having to be out the door by 7 in the morning was a little bit difficult. But let's talk about the appointment. So I headed to the city for a neurologist appointment, and I really didn't know what to expect because I didn't know what I was being sent for. Other than, you're a complex patient, I recommend you see this doctor. And so I got to my appointment, and I feel like I'm still trying to process everything he said because I feel like I have no words in a really good way. Like, this doctor was so intelligent. Like, so intelligent. And I just felt like he just, like, saw everything, which is, like, crazy. So this guy, like, this doctor, he, like, calls me into his office, and at first I wasn't sure what to expect because he, like, called me in, and then he just, like, booked it down the hallway. I'm like, I had to ask his receptionist, I'm like, what did he say? And he apparently had given me a room number and met me there. And so I was like, oh shoot, is he going to be one of these who, like, has no time for his patients and just kind of, like, runs his way through this appointment? And it was not like that at all. Like, he ran through everything. And so we went through, like, my whole medical history, basically, all of my conditions. And yeah, he even paused to ask me at one point. He's like, so why are you seeing me? And I was like, I don't know, actually. I just heard that you take complex cases, and so here I am. And he's like, gotcha, okay. And so he takes a lot of people who have POTS and other, like, complex chronic illnesses. And so basically he just, like, ran through all of my health issues and validated them, honestly. And then he was like, I don't even know how to tell you how this went because he said so much. He has also, like, left me with, like, a ton of paperwork. And so he basically went through all of my conditions and gave me treatment options, basically, for them. Because he's like, you're telling me that you're living at a baseline of 4 to 6 on a pain scale, and yet I don't see any pain medication in your file, so we need to do something about that. And so he, like, recommended stuff for that. And then for my POTS, he, like, did a quick standing test, and he's like, oh my goodness, he's like, I want to try a couple of these things because, like, if you say that this isn't controlled, then, like, we really need to get this under control, which he could see based on this standing test that it wasn't controlled because my blood pressure and my heart rate were all over the place doing this standing test. And that was after I had already taken both of my medications for the day, for the morning anyways. And so he gave me recommendations for what he would like to do for my POTS. And then we talked about my stomach issues and some, like, brain-gut connections and the connections between dysautonomia and the connections between mast cells and the connections between Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So he was like, at first he seemed, like, a little bit skeptical because he sees a lot of patients who have chronic illness and hypermobility. And then I showed him my stuff and he was like, never mind, you definitely have, like, some form of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome going on. I was like, perfect, we're on the same page. And I talked to him about this doctor that I'm seeing in the States for compression syndromes, and he's like, that would make sense, actually, as to why your POTS could be all over the place and why your stomach is not functioning properly. And it was just good to, like, hear that. But he was also like, super helpful, where he's like, I want to try a couple things first before we race down that road kind of thing, which is understandable. And then he was also very affirming in the treatments that I would like to try for like my stomach issues, like going on a feeding tube. He was like, if you would have seen me 2 years ago, we probably wouldn't have to go down that road, but now that may be something that you need to have to get to a safer place health-wise, because I'm not able to eat and I'm not really able to supplement on like protein drinks and stuff. And so he was like, yeah, then that would definitely be something. But he was just so great in the fact that like I felt very validated, and he gave me treatment options for like pretty much all of my conditions. And then he was like, I'm gonna follow up with you to see how these things are going, and if at that point so my GI was the one who referred me to him, he said that if she doesn't have treatment options or ideas of where to go from here, at that point, then he's going to push for more referrals. And so I'm like, thank you so much. Like, the fact that he like validated all of my conditions and also was like, you are so different from all of the other patients that I see, and that he was just a very knowledgeable doctor, and he wasn't like dismissing any of my like suggestions or questions or conditions that I think that I might have, even though they're not diagnosed yet. He was very like affirming in those things as well, and I just really appreciated him. And so yeah, that was a pretty crazy appointment, and I'm really grateful that I got into it so quickly. And so now I have to make some decisions based on treatment, because of course he doesn't want me to jump in on treating all these things like at once, because your body has to adjust. And so there are some things that I might be trying here in the next while. But the first one will probably be for my POTS, another medication. That's 3 medications. If that doesn't tell you that my POTS is not under control, I don't know what does. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Good afternoon, everybody. My house is kind of messy, ignore that. But today is Monday, March 18th, and I am just getting ready to head out the door. My mom and I are gonna go visit my dad, and then we're gonna go to the greenhouse and run some other errands. So I'll take you along to some of it. Hi! So remember when I said I would take you along? Well, I didn't take you along. Sorry. So my mom and I went to go and visit with my dad, and of course I'm not going to record in there because it's a care home. But we just sat with him for like half an hour and we did a puzzle, so that was really fun. And then after that I'm cutting up strawberries, which is why I'm looking down here. After that, we went to the greenhouse because we usually need something fun to do after going to visit him. And so we went to the greenhouse. I bought a plant. I'll show you which one I got after I'm done cutting up strawberries. And then after the greenhouse, we went to go get some dirt because it is repotting season. And so you'll see it in a vlog yet that I will be repotting all of my plants because they need space to grow. And fresh dirt, it just helps. So I need to do that at some point. Then after that, we went to a paint store. She needed some stuff for a project and I was just looking at paint samples. So yeah, now we're home. I'm cutting up some strawberries because they're currently dying in the fridge, and I'm gonna have a little snack. Hopefully it doesn't make my stomach hurt. And I'll come back to you when I show you what plant I bought. Okay, I've got my little bowl of strawberries here, and I'll show you my little plant that I got. It's called a goldfish plant. It is so cute, and I've been wanting one, so I decided to go ahead and get myself that plant because it was inexpensive. And I like to treat myself to a plant like every spring because winter here is so long and I just need a little extra brightness sometimes. I'm gonna go relax now, eat my little bit of strawberries, and probably see you a different day. Hey everyone, today is Friday, March 22nd, and I'm just currently sitting here doing my nails, and I thought I would just show you because I don't think I've actually like shown the fact that I do my own nails. So currently this is what I'm working on. Got some gingham, so cute. I'm in love with it. But this is my current setup. Let me show you. So yeah, that's what that looks like. I'm gonna keep going and I'll show you the set at the end. Typically it takes me about 2 to 3 hours to do my nails because the prep takes about an hour and I like to do a very thorough prep. That way when I take off this design, I don't have to do quite as thorough a prep for the next one. I typically do my nails every week just because I don't know if this is normal for other people with EDS, but my nails are really soft. And even when I get them professionally done, they come off within like 2 weeks. And so the longest that I can make this kind of gel stay on my nails is 2 weeks. And then it just starts peeling off. And so I do my own nails. I do them every week. I do use proper equipment so that I don't damage my nails or anything like that. And I also use a builder base to strengthen them so that they don't break quite as easily. And it protects the surface of my nails. But I'll show you the end result when I'm done with them. Hey everyone, sorry about the lighting, but I'm just closing out this video here. Don't forget to give this video a like. And if you want to continue to join my journey, then subscribe. Have a happy Easter weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.